Hey guys, it's Holly, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a sit down talking video about something that's been happening in my life and that's made a huge impact over my life for this past couple months and last year. I basically just wanted to get you guys caught up on everything and all the details, so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. If you guys are wondering why my hair looks different, I did get it dyed yesterday. I got the ends lightened, I got the top darkened, and it's kind of like balayage, and I got it like toned so it's ashy, and I curled it, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks at the moment. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Just by the way, I don't have a script or anything for this, so if this sounds like really messy, I'm sorry, I apologize. Basically, for the last couple of years, I've had trouble eating food. It all started off with just hot food, like whenever I ate the weekly Maccas or hot chips and stuff like that, I would just get this like pain in my chest, like this sharp pain. It felt like my food was getting stuck in my chest and it wasn't really going anywhere. So it used to be with just like some food, and I thought I was just like eating too fast, so I would stop eating that fast and I would just like, I would start to eat slower. I would make sure that I'm eating with my mouth closed. It just started off with chips, so I didn't think that much of it, and that was a couple years ago. That was in year 7, and then year 8 it was fine at the start of the year, and then it started to get worse gradually. By the time the end of the year, I couldn't really eat that much anymore. Yeah, I couldn't really eat, and it was just so painful to eat. So I went to the doctor and I told them that I have really bad indigestion, and so they scheduled an endoscopy for me. Basically, an endoscopy is when they put you to sleep with general anaesthetic and they stick a camera down your throat, down into your esophagus, into your stomach, and they take small biopsies, which is like these pinches of soft tissue at the bottom of, which is the lining of your stomach, which will bring back anything that's wrong with the results. And basically all my results came back normal. They couldn't find anything. And I was like, okay, great. I'm getting like pain with everything that I eat, even water. Like I can't even drink water without getting pain. He wasn't really that worried about it. He thought I was kind of just like, you know. And I would tell him all my symptoms. Like I'd wake up and I'd get bile in my throat. I'd wake up vomiting some nights and I just couldn't sleep properly. I'd cough in the middle of the night all the time to the point where I just throw up. I couldn't sleep. I had to sleep sitting up. I have to take sleeping tablets every night now. I'm losing weight. So I told my doctor all these symptoms, so he scheduled a barium swallow test, which is when you drink this drink and you stand in front of this big X-ray machine and you drink this drink of barium. And barium is like this powder that you add water to, and it turns to cement, chalky texture, really bad tasting drink that you have to swallow. And basically it shows up on the X-ray if anything's wrong. And 2 minutes into my barium swallow test, they said, okay, we've got all the results that we need, let's end the test here. So I got out of my gown and everything, blah, 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 came back, and they said that I've got Achalasia. And I was like, okay, so what's Achalasia? So Achalasia is a really rare disease, especially in children. 1 in 100,000 people get it. And it's basically when, I'll put like a diagram here to kind of like show you, but basically where my esophagus and my stomach meet, the muscles that opens your stomach to let food go into your stomach from your esophagus, they usually open on a normal person, and mine clenches shut. So it's a lot of pressure and it gives me hiccups and it just gives me so much pain, and it feels like my food's just getting stuck in my chest. So a lot of you guys at my school would know that when I eat food, I have to sit there for a while trying to make it go down. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I throw up, and it gets really annoying. So I went back to my doctor and I told him about the Achalasia, and he said, okay, we'll get a manometry test scheduled. So my doctor referred me to another doctor, which is a tongue-tied doctor. So obviously it's a big surgery. So it's rare in adults to get this disease, but it's super, super rare in children to get it. So basically, yeah, that person's me. So obviously it hurts when I eat, so I'm not really eating that much anymore. I have a couple mouthfuls of dinner and then I stop, and obviously that means I'm losing a lot of weight. So I had a manometry test on Tuesday, it's now Friday, and basically it's when they stick a catheter down up your nose, down into your esophagus, into your stomach, and you're awake and everything, and there's no sedation. They just put a little bit of anesthetic up your nose, and it was honestly the worst experience ever. And they said that my achalasia is so bad that they couldn't even get the catheter through, so they stuck it up my nose and down into my stomach and everything. Well, they couldn't get it into my stomach. They stuck it down my esophagus, and then they entered the sphincter, and it wouldn't go anywhere. They'd push it and it would just bounce back, and it would like bunch over the back of my throat, and I would just throw up. And then I would not stop coughing because it was my gag reflexes, obviously. And it was so bad. I threw up so many times, and I was just coughing so much to the point where I just throw up, and they couldn't get it down. So they laid me on my side, my back. They laid me like sitting up, and then sitting up straight, and then they just could not get it down. So they got another doctor, and he just said, so we'll just do it where it is right now. So it didn't enter the stomach, so they couldn't do the proper test. But they got me to sip some water, and they had to try and make me calm, but I wouldn't get calm because it was not in the right spot where it would feel normal. So it was really hurting me, and it was burning my chest, and I just wanted the test to be over, and it was a solid hour. And they got me to drink water, and it was so bad, and it was the worst thing ever. And then my eyes started watering, so I started crying. So then they said, okay, we'll just finish with the test now. So they took it out, and then I went home, blah, blah, blah. So next week I have an appointment. I need to go get my test results back from my doctor to see when I'm going to have surgery and if I'm going to get a feeding tube or not. So I'll tell you guys more details when that comes along, and I'll make another video. If you guys have any questions about this or anything else, comment them down below and I'll answer them in my next video. I'll give you like an update video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. So yeah, I have a disease called achalasia. I've basically embraced it now. It's a part of me. So yeah, I'll see you next video. See ya.